Hey everyone, this is Ed Gutowski. I wanted to create a welcome video that introduces you to the class. I'm really excited about our class. This is English 1B, which is an introduction to literature class. And I thought in the welcome video, I'd just talk about the books for class, what are the expectations. And I just want to let you know, English 1B is a really fun class, and our class in particular is going to be loads of fun. English 1B is a course that basically looks at fiction, short stories, drama, and some poetry. And both online and on ground, it's just a really fun class. And I'm really excited about the books that we're going to be using. So I want to kind of talk about the books that we're going to use. And so this is, it's the introduction to book literature class that'll have all the short stories, the fiction, the poetry that we'll read. There's 2 plays that we're going to read that are in the textbook. So you want to make sure that you buy that one because we'll start getting into some of the short stories early on in the course. There's 2 books that we're going to look at. And the first one it's called The Pilot's Wife by Anita Shreve. And I'm really excited about this book because Anita Shreve is one of the contemporary writers of American literature. She's considered to be kind of one of the great female writers of American literature. And she's really kind of just recently established herself into the canon of literature. So oftentimes students will ask questions like, well, who are the great contemporary writers of literature? You know, you might have heard people like Herman Melville, Mark Twain, F. Scott Fitzgerald. But what I wanted to look at is a contemporary writer, a contemporary female writer, and kind of ask the question, why is she established herself? Does she really deserve to be considered one of the great writers of American literature? And I've used several of Shreve's novels and had a lot of success. The Pilot's Wife is really interesting because it's considered to be her best work. And I want to know why scholars view The Pilot's Wife as her best novel. And what Shreve does is she creates really great characters. Some of them are going through emotional issues. Some of them are going through emotional trauma. And The Pilot's Wife is kind of unique because it's about a wife. She's married to a pilot, and she wakes up one morning, there's a knock on the door. And what she finds out is that her husband, who was flying a pilot, the plane crashed and he died. And what she finds out is there's more mystery to the backstory that people aren't telling her. It's a pretty engaging novel. Like I said, it's considered to be her best novel. I taught it last semester and ended up getting a lot of really great papers. So I wanted to come back and look at it again. Now, the second novel we're going to look at is a novel that deals with World War I. So I become kind of really interested in, World War II. I become really interested in looking at literature of World War II. And this is a novel called The City of Thieves. And there's a lot of debate on this book, whether or not it's a World War II novel or a Holocaust novel. And it's really interesting because I've taught it both in a ground class and online. And in my ground class, students overall felt it was a Holocaust novel. But when I taught it online, students felt it was an overall World War II novel. So, and again, I'm kind of really interested in looking at what is the purpose of World War II literature, maybe adding some new historicism into it. But this novel is quite powerful. And as I've sort of been diving into the history of World War II, I think it's a great novel that reflects that genre, right? And then there are 2 short plays that we'll read in our Backpacker's Guide to Literature. So this is our class. It's going to be a lot of fun. Our first week of class, we're going to look at the 10 poems that are the foundation of class. Students really kind of like those poems. They can find a poem they relate to and that they understand. So I'm excited about getting our class off to a good week 1. And if you need anything, just send me an email. But I'm ready for class to begin.